everyone, welcome to our podcast Her Story Matters. So today our guest is who turned her personal struggle into the collective strength. Meet Priya, a woman behind I-WE, a vibrant network for women professionals across Philippines who believe in rising together. And she began I-WE by noticing a lack of support system for women professionals across Philippines and drawing her strength from multicultural experiences, she built I-WE platform and now partners with Embassy of India and grassroots groups to empower women and to become entrepreneurs. To all my listeners, this podcast will be insightful for your journey as an entrepreneur and as a professional. And I'm so grateful to have Miss Priya on board. So welcome Miss Priyalashmi I-WE, a co-founder of I-WE platform. During the pandemic when many women were struggling and I think you and all the other women taking it as an opportunity rather than taking it as a problem and all of you founded I-WE platform, a vibrant network for the women professionals across the Philippines. So I would love to know that what sparked your idea and what made you, okay, I'm going to do this.
I think it was long due for a platform like I-WE to be born in the Philippines, because back in India you have such wonderful organizations which stand for women empowerment, which support women employment and women in business. But in the Philippines, when before I-WE was founded, we didn't have a platform to represent the enterprising woman, be it working or in business. There's always a question mark: how to start working, how to start business. Um, well, it was not very easy to start business in the Philippines. I think we wanted it to be the know-how and how to do business and how to enter workforce. We wanted I-WE as a platform to make it easier for others, because the 11 women who founded I-WE, we were already in the workforce or in business. So we've walked that path. So now it was our time to give back the privilege that we had. And so we wanted to set a platform that will make it easier for other women to walk in.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing this. So I have once read in the I-WE platform that you wish to be a gym to help manage it all. So what's the story behind this?
You mean like a genie to manage
Yeah,
it all?
genie.
I think, many women are conditioned to believe you can't have it all. And I think, why? You don't limit yourself. I don't think men or boys are raised telling them you can't do this, you can't do that. I don't think any culture raises men like that. So why raise women like that, right?
Or,
Why raise them with limiting beliefs that you can only do so much? If you're a mother, you can't have a career. If you have a career, you won't be a good mother. Or if you're somehow managing both, that means you're not a great citizen, probably because you're very selfish and you only have time for your own little family and work. So why have limiting beliefs?
okay.
So when we started I-WE, thanks for seeing that. How I wish was the campaign that we started, just to create awareness that a platform and having a tribe of women who believe in other women, who support other women, can actually be your genie to push you forward, to always tell you that you can do it.
Okay.
Right? And you're always constantly inspired seeing other women saying, oh, she's done it, I can do it too.
All right.
So you get this kind of inspiration. And I think that's where the how I wish
All right.
came by. And I think
So
every woman should come out of her limiting beliefs. Why have that conditioning? No? Until you do it, you'll never know.
yeah, that's very inspiring, I think. So being a mother and the teacher, I think you have also
Yes,
shared.
I would say I'm an educator by passion.
All right. Okay, by passion. All
Yeah.
right.
So I also volunteer to teach children human values through the
Ah,
Satyasai organization, and I'm
okay.
a volunteer administrator at the Satyasai school. Tomorrow is our 25th graduation.
All right.
So it's an exciting journey to be an educator, because I think education is the only tool which has the power to change,
All right.
right? And you have to, and there's nothing more powerful than empowering children at that age. You
Hmm.
have the power to shape and mold them in certain way. Especially in our Satyasai education, we believe end of education is character.
Okay.
And I think it's very, very important to mold the children in the right way with the right human values. And I
And
think if you touch children's life, you already touched their parents and a community at large.
all right.
So, end of education is character, and character is everything.
Yeah, character is everything.
Yeah,
So, because this is the very first step, as you have shared about the education, and this is the very first step we have taken towards the changes of the society or every person's characters. So I think being a mother and a volunteer educator and having a long professional experiences, your journey as an entrepreneur is fascinating, I must say. So like the word I can address to the Ivy is the Ivy is the platform who support women professionals across the Philippines to rebuild, reconnect, and rise. Who believe in rising together. Support to the women professionals in business, in entrepreneur, and beyond. So I think yes, that's very wonderful, and you and all the other founder members who are doing the very amazing work, I must say, because this is the only platform Ivy, I think, in the Philippines,
true.
who are coming forward and supporting the women professionals across the Philippines. So yes,
For
thank
the Indian origin.
for the Indian
Yes,
origin. Yeah.
there's definitely credible organizations for Filipino women,
All right.
but this is the only organization of its kind for the Indian origin women.
Okay, okay. So that's the only platform.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much to all
But
the women.
while it is an organization for as members for Indian origin, but in terms of beneficiaries or working or collaborating, we're very open to any nationality. There is no
Okay.
bar on all of
It's
that.
like, yeah.
Yeah. So I think collaboration is the key word here. Yeah.
Okay. So I can also say that you actually draw your strength from the multicultural
True.
experiences, and then you and all the all the founder members build this Ivy platform. So I would also like to add here, like, what are the key project or the initiatives Ivy is doing, and that also made me wonder that how Ivy is different from the others organizations or the other women's led community or the groups. Because nowadays, if I look at Ivy, it's become a more powerful voice for the women in enterprise.
Okay. Thank
So
you. Thank you. That's good to hear from a very young, enterprising woman like you. So,
thank you so much.
thank you. I think that's what we wanted to do. And it was a dream. It was a dream on paper. And today, our co founders are across the world. Most of them are not even in the Philippines. But for a dream to become a reality and to reach young professionals like you, I think, yeah, we've arrived.
Yeah, it become a powerful voice for the women in enterprise
Thank you.
across Philippines.
Thank you.
So
And we need more to raise their voice.
yeah,
More
we
young
need more.
blood.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we need
need
more of
more of
you.
Gen Z and the millennials also.
We need more of you. Yes,
Who
yes.
are going through. Actually, the podcast is very beneficial for all of you, because our guest is going to share the very, I think, insightful story, that how beautiful and the real life experiences can change your journey also.
The projects that Ivy was doing, that
Yeah,
was your
yeah.
last question. So during the pandemic, because we were a pandemic born organization, we supported women led businesses to digitally transform, because
Okay.
that time most of them were dependent on face-to-face
Mm-hmm.
interaction, transactional businesses like weavers, artisans, craftsmen, people who are dependent on bazaars and offices. Um, so many home kitchens, cloud kitchens were born women started doing additional business income for the family, because you know how unpredictable jobs were
Mm-hmm.
at that point of time, especially in the BPO
During the
industry
pan.
and everything. So a lot of women started cloud kitchens as an additional income and a way to support family. Um, there were some women who even lost their breadwinners, and then they had to pick it up and run things like that. So Ivy was a platform which was supporting these businesses to thrive digitally. Tech to Transform was a program that was born to specifically address this gap of
All
how
right.
to teach more women to come have a digital presence. Because
Mm-hmm.
you know, in the last 5 years, the digital presence of every business is so important. Like we are doing
We are doing.
content
Yeah.
digitally right
Yeah.
now, right?
Correct. Correct.
So it's so important to, you know, be having a digital presence for every business, because if you're not digitally available, it's like almost you're not there,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Correct.
it was very important to teach that. So that was Tech to Transform. It is a program that runs till today. Third batch just graduated. Fourth batch will come very soon. So we teach people how to write a business plan, how to do a financial roadmap, how to do your market share, and how to plan your marketing strategies, how to digitally enhance your business processes. And you also, you know, end your transform program with a capstone project, which is actually judged by very credible, you know, people. And we also provide you opportunities in case you want investors. We also provide access to investors. We also provide access to markets by supporting them to enter bazaars and things like that, which need registration. Sometimes not all Indian micro businesses have that luxury of registration.
All right.
So we do support all of that as an umbrella
Mm-hmm.
organization. We support them with registration and incorporating it. We help them find the right Filipino investors or partners
All
to
right.
start a business, because here you, for every incorporation, you need Filipino partners, local partners. So to find all that credible partners, how do you actually start a company? So Tech to Transform is a very essential project for any woman who wants to start a credible business in the
All
Philippines.
right.
Then we have the Great Indian Fiesta. We call it TGIF. TGIF is our access to market. It's like a mela, if you're familiar with that word, and in the Philippines we call it fiesta.
Yeah. Mela.
So
Yes.
we bring all non-food, food, any women-led business. It's like a huge exhibition for women-led business. If you are a woman-led business, you should participate in TGIF. Of course, everything is by invitation.
Okay.
But this year we're going to have it August 16 and 17.
Okay.
This year also celebrates 75 years of diplomatic
Se-
relation between
Oh,
India and Philippines. So this
70.
year's TGIF is going to be very special. So that's our access to market. So that, you know, you learn in Checks to Transform, then you come to TGIF and you showcase,
Okay.
you know, what you've learned, your marketing skills, your packaging skills, your selling skills. You come and experience, you showcase that in TGIF. And then you, for professionals, for employability skills, we just recently started a STAR program, which is all about skill and talent enhancement. And this program, I-WE members are the trainers to actually enhance the gaps, or actually address the gaps of communication and written skills, which is very essential to actually get selected for a BPO or a tech support kind of role, customer experience or tech support, which is your entry level. Right now there's a gap between your education in your high school and your graduation, the communication skills, versus what the industry wants. And people like me and few others in Ivy who are from the outsourcing industry, we thought this would be a great way to support the gap that is there in that industry. So we partnered with Vadwani Group, Vadwani
Okay.
Foundation in Philippines. So they provide us the learning platform, and Ivy will be providing the trainers. And also we will be working very closely with industry leaders, because many Indian people are heading a lot of companies here.
Mm-hmm.
TCS, for example, itself. So
Yeah.
Shiju again. So Shiju is very supportive of this program. We invited him for the launch. He was part of
Oh,
it. So yes, so how do we improve the employability skills of the Filipino youth and thereby support the industry as well? So it is a win-win situation for both. So that's another program. We recently also launched Nova Awards,
Yeah, I have read actually
NOVA.
about the Nova Awards.
Yes, you should all apply next year. So NOVA stands for Nurturing Outstanding Visionaries and Achievers.
All right.
And why nurturing? Because the Indian diaspora, especially, we don't qualify for a lot of awards and recognitions in the Philippines because, of course, it is meant for Filipinos, right?
Okay.
And rightfully so. This is their country; they have to, have
They
the
have
first
the
right.
rights to apply
Absolutely,
here.
very rightfully so.
Yeah, yeah.
So, when there's a platform like Ivy, why don't we recognize the great work done by the Indian origin or the Indian diaspora here? So it's been 75 years of relationship in the Philippines. So that means so many Indians would have served the community, and
Lot to the community. Yeah,
these
correct.
are stories that has to come out, right? And I've been fortunate because of the social media presence that people like you from nowhere reach out, right? But there are so many credible people who have served the community, and what about their stories? What about who has to recognize them, right? So Nova Awards was set up for that. And of course, Philippines has been such a wonderful collaborative nation. So we kind of started it with recognizing about 5 credible Filipino women. Of course, you can go to our website and our social media pages to see the awardees.
Okay.
So we recognized them, and they helped us recognize the Indian diaspora women.
Okay.
So there were about 7 Indian women who got awarded for the very first time for the work that they've done over 2 decades, 3 decades. This was the first time they were awarded at a stage like that.
The women who are serving to.
Absolutely. And it was not just the women, even the Indian organizations which have served the Philippine community. They were also recognized to the same platform. And I think we will continue doing this as an annual event because so many people doing absolutely great job to the community very selflessly. I think these stories have to come out. And like when every woman is praised and recognized, it actually works as an inspiration to so many around her.
Like when we empower a woman,
she empowers more.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's act as a chain. Actually.
Exactly. So Nova is basically that.
Yeah.
So Nova is a recognition platform for all women to apply. It's going to be happening every year. So people should watch out and apply and feel recognized.
Next time I can also
apply. Definitely, it will be tough competition, but application is absolutely welcome. And I think many of the women don't apply thinking, oh, I haven't done anything much. I hear that a lot from a lot of women, especially Indian origin women. Oh, I haven't done anything much. There's always other people who do more. That's okay. Let other people do more.
I think.
But if you don't apply, you will never know where you stand.
Yeah. I mean, when you apply, I think according to me, a very small step you have taken towards the changes in the society. I think that's a very big step you have taken.
And when you go over the application itself, you understand, oh, these things I have not done. Maybe I have to look into improving these qualities to raise up to become an awardee, right? So it is a process of your own self-realization, and it's a process of growth as to, especially if you are not chosen, there's always a way, okay, who got awarded? What is their body of work? How could we scale up? These are things, this is the positive way of looking at recognition in terms of other people being recognized versus us. It is very important you see how they have grown and how you could learn from them, right? And that's very important in everybody's growth, because if you are going to take it negatively and, oh, why her and not me, then there's no room for growth.
And obviously that there would be a lot of competition, because this is the only platform in the Philippines
for Indian
origin. And so I think there would be absolutely a lot of competition.
There should be. We want more women to come out and be recognized. Last but not the least, I'm going to get my wellness director would get very upset because I always keep wellness last. It's like, why wellness last? Because also probably my mindset, I also keep my wellness last, is the holistic wellness flagship programs. We even just after the pandemic, we were the first organization to keep, um, promoting Ayurveda. So IVE
Okay.
has done programs as weekend wellness retreats in Tagaytay in partnership with Shanti Ayurveda. We have also promoted yoga as a holistic wellness
Wellness.
program, and several of our members are yoga teachers in the Philippines.
Oh, that's
IVE has one of the best Ayush certified yoga trainers. Very soon, starting next month, we will have yoga camps every month, leading to the International Yoga Day, June 21.
yeah. You
So
have actually sent me that application.
so we have that. We are doing that regularly for the last 3 years now. So aside from that, we also take women wellness very seriously, and that's why this year our flagship program as our CSR is free screening for cervical and breast cancer.
Okay.
So far, we've done
I
about,
think that's very expensive, the screening.
it's very expensive, close to about 7,500 if you have to do two cancer screenings.
Mm-hmm.
IVE is partnering with Philippine Cancer Society and Rotary, a Makati Premier, and we are providing it at zero cost, of course. But with this partnership, the cost IVE is taking is just about 100 pesos per head.
Oh, that's a
So
very less amount, I think.
of course, and this is completely funded by IVE.
Okay.
IVE takes care of the funding. When we say IVE, it's our members' families, our members' companies, and their colleagues. So this program we're so proud of because it is really, truly women helping other women. So IVE women are funding it to help their Filipino sisters who are underprivileged, who probably would never have a chance to do screening. And during the screening, at least 10% have been deducted. And now it is an early detection. So that means they have a chance to fight it, right? And not known something at the last minute. So right now we're very blessed. There's nothing fatal that has been found out, but early detection has happened. So we want this year to reach 5,000 women.
Oh, that's huge number, I think.
It's
5,000
about a
women.
600,000 pesos project.
Oh,
So
that's a huge amount.
we've raised so far about last year we raised 150,000. This year again another 150,000. So far we're only in April,
Okay.
and another 450 to go.
Hmm.
So that's why supporting every IVE event this year means that you're supporting a woman to get away from cancer.
So there's a number of platforms who are actually supporting IVE platform to
A
support
lot of
or
events,
empower the
yes,
women
absolutely.
to become
And
an
nothing is
entrepreneur.
possible without collaboration.
Yeah. Because one people cannot make a change, a very
Yeah.
huge difference in the society. So there's very necessary to have collaboration with a number of companies
The right
or the
people.
organizations. The right
Absolutely.
people
Right.
approach is very necessary. So I think that's make IVE very unique or very different from others organization. As you mentioned, like the deep relationship with the women and the long-term support IVE is providing to the women professionals. And that's very, I think, inspiring, and that's very important for the IVE. And yes, I will also add, like in my organization, we are focusing on the women at grassroots levels. So earlier I was thinking that IVE, there's a difference between the IVE and the Akshay Foundation. Like we are focusing on the women at grassroots level. So there must be some difference in the methodology. But yes, our goal is like quite similar. But now you have shared that your IVE is also working at the grassroots level. Like you have shared, there is a number of initiatives IVE has taken. Like one of them is a breast and the cervical screening, which costs very huge. But yes, you and the other founder member, I mean, given the platform to the underprivileged who cannot afford this screening. And IVE also raised a huge amount of fund and collaborated with number of organizations and communities to to propagate, or to, like, what we can say, to spread the awareness in the society.
True.
So yes, I think that makes IB very different or unique from the others organizations or the other women-led community in the Philippines. So I think we can uh, express the IB in a form like the IB is doing rebuild, reconnect, and rising together for the women who believe in rising together. So I think these are not just a word; these are actions.
True.
And I must say that there's a number of women who migrate to the Philippines or any other country, right? So they come here as a
Spouse.
spouse. So they might face a number of challenges to resume their journey as as somebody who having a long professional career or somebody who want to revive her journey. So how Ivy help them to revive their own journey?
So, firstly, women who are coming into the Philippines, let's talk just about Philippines too, because Ivy's presence is just Philippines for now. Um, the market is very open. You can definitely get what you want if you are pursuing in the right direction with the right guidance. And what Ivy as a platform can support you is to give you that right guidance. For example, any Indian origin woman coming needs a work visa in the Philippines, right? So you could initially start doing volunteering internships. We could guide you and connect you to the right companies of your field to get your foot in the door first, because sponsoring work visas is very expensive. And why they should choose a foreigner versus a local person. So you have to really prove that you are an asset and you have great talent to be hired for the company to sponsor you. So until you get that kind of body of work, start at least doing volunteer work. Start taking projects in organizations like Ivy, where then the leaders who are in the organization would be happy to give you glowing recommendation letters. There has been stories where we have our member companies have hired women
Wow.
from the Indian
They
diaspora,
have started the journey as a volunteer or
volunteer, and then they've been hired based on their volunteer work.
uh,
There are enough women-led businesses in the Philippines that are willing to support women who are coming as dependents if provided they have great talent. You can start consulting work, and you could always correct currencies across borders. You could also do a lot of remote work. There are a lot of credible websites today, and that's a conversation and something I do as well for a living. There are a lot of credible organizations in the outsourcing industry which have remote work, and your nationality does not matter. You could just Google all of these and go in LinkedIn and find these companies, and you can apply. And these are credible online remote jobs for your qualification. So today, with the world of open economy and digital work and content, I don't think any woman can have an excuse saying, I am not finding. Probably you won't find what you really want or to the pay scale what you wanted right away, but definitely you can enter the market, and entering the market is easy. And just reach out to platforms like Ivy to get that guidance. And that's why we have programs like Ivy Connect, where you could come literally connect with the mentors in the industry, network with who's who in the Philippines leadership, um, make a connection, right? You have to really grow your personal brand. You have to really grow your network in any new country you go. That's
okay.
so important.
Okay.
And a platform like Ivy just makes it easier to
Alright.
reach to more people.
Yeah, I think Ivy Connect, as you shared the Ivy Connect platform. So these platform Ivy, I think Ivy Connect is the
It's a flagship
initiative.
program. It's a
It's a
program.
program. It's
Yes,
a
that's more for professionals who are looking for employment.
All right. So I think this platform giving the opportunity for them who are reviving, who want to revive their journey as an
Yes.
entrepreneur, or as an
True. We have both kind of mentors.
or as a
Yes.
professional.
Yes.
So I think Ivy.
Basically, Ivy Connect is the easiest way the general public. It's an open for all event. You just have to register when it's open for registration. You come and get your guidance. You meet mentors from the industry. We definitely call a very good mix. All our events are a good mix of Filipino leaders and Indian leaders. Nationality is not a reason for being a mentor. Anybody, most welcome. We always go for and welcome mentors from all age groups, all nationalities, all genders as well. And whenever you have opportunities and events like this, all are welcome.
Alright.
It's not just for women, it's for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because Ivy is not about the gender bias, because Ivy is accepting all the application from the younger men, women, everybody. So
For mentorship and for networking. Of course, to be a member, you have to be a woman of Indian origin. There is an eligibility. Membership is only by invitation.
Okay.
But our programs, like all the flagship programs that I've shared with you, that's open for all. People can definitely take advantage.
All right. Women who are looking for the job opportunities or who want to revive their journey as a professional or as an entrepreneur, Ivy is the best platform who are providing the support to the women professionals in the business, in leadership, and beyond. So, and that's very inspiring. I think I have shared previously, like Ivy is the, I think, only platform for the Indian origin who is providing these such kind of platforms, like because I am also a woman and I am also looking for the job opportunities and for the platforms where I can excel my leadership and what I have gained my experience throughout, like in my 11 years of experience. So I can input all this experience in a very productive manner. So I think Ivy is the best platform for us. And yes, so if you are migrating to the Philippines and if you are looking for a number of job opportunities, and if you are okay staying at home, and if you are okay thinking okay there's no any job opportunities for me, I have to spend my entire life by doing household works, and there's no any importance of doing household works, please don't think so. There's a number of inspiring story I'm going to share with all of you.